How do you be a leader out in front? Right now, before we even go any further, I'd love to just like invite you to just see what your reaction was when I said that. A leader who's out in front. Did you get really excited? Did you cringe? Did you say like, yeah, that's me? Or that will never be me? Like, I want to explore this here because even just slowing down and exploring just your reaction to the feeling of being a leader out who's out in front uh, actually speaks volumes, and we can actually end this conversation right here just in giving you that own awareness because you can take it to see how you want to play with that. I bring conversation to us here because it shows up a lot when I'm working with my clients, and the element here is it shows up with different people in different ways, but there's always range that's involved with it, right? For the Well, I think it'd be good actually for us to just enter into a kind of common language around what a leader out in front might mean, right? Now, here goes the thing. This is not actually it's not a true definition. It just seems to be what a collected elements of these definitions mean. And I get really curious what your definition is. Does it align with this? Does it look somewhat different? Uh, I have my own definition that's actually different from how I typically tend to experience it in conversations with other people. But I'm going to bring in that definition first, or like some of the characteristics around it first, and then look to expand it with you in this conversation. So typically when I hear people say this, it will come along the lines of like, yeah, but like I'm just not like an out front leader. I'm like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, well, one who's charismatic, one who's like really extroverted, one that's out and leading other people and it can be seen visibly doing it, and they're taking the charge and they're telling people what needs to get done, and they're the ones that are in all the right conversations, and they're up on stage and they're sharing their mission and they're trying to bring people on board and so on and so forth, right? Can you imagine this when I said an out front leader? Did you also have like some picture of some like gregarious person just like with the S on their chest leading people forward? Yeah, that exists as a potential way of leadership. But what almost inevitably happens is that we spend time really exploring and seeing how whatever their style of leadership is actually being a leader that's out front. Because the element of being an out front leader is actually just being a leader who has others that are following, being a leader who may not even know that you're leading, but like it's about your presence. Your presence there is what goes on before you. I mean, whether you're a leader in writing code or a leader within your organization, or the person that people know that they can come to to say the uncomfortable things or to have the space to explore something that they're unsure of, or to express their emotions in a way that can be meaningful for them, you and those around you. I just want to expand what like this idea of like leading from the front is like. That's or being an out front leader. Like the general thing is if you are actually playing the game and owning your leadership, like for those people, you are the leader up front, plain and simple. And the game here is not to try and change it to be more like other people, but to be even better at your leadership. You can always take some additional skill sets. That's fine. But like there's a difference between utilizing additional tools as a leader and feeling that you aren't actually showing up as a leader until you are doing it. My friend, you're already out in front. And for you as a trailblazer, part of what you can offer to those that you lead is a different style of leadership. Part of what you can offer to them that goes beyond the specific elements of how you serve them, is to expand their definition of what good leadership is, what leadership can be, so that they can see themselves in it and continue moving themselves and others forward in their path. Continue to move and have those people go forth and lead themselves into something completely new as well. You're already out front. however you choose to play it. You don't need to be any of those things. Not, and if you are, I'm going to make sure I speak to this too, right? If we're going to be in conversation about this, if you are one of those leaders who's like charismatic, like always knows what's going on, and so forth, cool. I'm glad that you have that too, right? One, there's an element here of like, hey, is that actually you, or is that what you feel is necessary in order to be considered a leader? Is that in order to move forward? Um, Maybe move forward in your career or to bring in other clients. But that's what I mean by move forward, and to move others forward. So is that actually you? And then if it's not, then I invite you to go down the path of exploring more of who you are and your unique and powerful and authentic leadership style, and bring that to the table, because you will be out front in your way, in a way that's even more powerful than anything that has been bolted on. On another side of things here, if you tend to be the leader that's consistently like out front, whatever that is, there, my invitation is to expand your leadership, and to expand your leadership into uh, other ways of creating space for others to lead as well, creating space through that leadership, right? And the there's a lot of, I guess at the end of the day, it's all about being able to own what it is that you do really well, and to also just expand your own range so that you have more options for it all. But in terms of being out front or not out front, the main thing is if you're owning your leadership, you're there. If you're the person that says one thing in the meeting, but it's the thing that no one else dared say, you're the only one that can speak to this to the another senior leader in the organization and speak the truth and have it be heard and considered. Like, that is leadership from up front. Like, there's so many different ways that this can come to life, and I just want to make sure that we're spending some time expanding that definition, because quite frankly, for what's coming next, for the way that the world is being shaped going forward, we need more leaders of different backgrounds. We need you as a leader, and we invite you to come and join us there, and to know that you're already out front with us all. There ain't nothing more you need to do except for own more of what you're already doing. All right. I'm Niiamah, Ashong. Wherever you are watching this here, like, leave a comment. Let's engage in the conversation. Let's start up the conversation. You can actually go over to the Trailblazer Tribe to be involved in conversations around this topic in particular. Let's go to niiamah.com/tribe to go and engage in the conversation. And if you're looking for a place where you can practice, like, and where you can discover more about your own authentic and powerful leadership style, if you're looking for a place where you can be like, you can practice bringing that leadership style out into the world, allowing it to be messy, or allowing it to be unsure, to be uncertain, and to not have to show up, because I can almost feel like a heaviness that comes up, like having to know the right answer, or bringing other people along the way, and just looking for a place where you can be held and like show up and be supported. Then you should come and join us in the Trailblazer Collective. Uh, every few weeks, I do some event to give people an opportunity to actually experience the support of being with their peers of who are globally minded, socially conscious, and impact driven leaders like yourself. And we come together and we get a chance to build and grow from the collective knowledge through an experience that's really like taking you through a courage gym. We're going to help you build your muscles. We're going to help you do it not just in isolation, but in relation with other people, to see how you truly show up, and to help you build the muscles that are necessary to to go forth in the world outside of this gym and continue to show up as a leader, however your style happens to be. We got you for that. All right. So go to niiamah.com/collective to find out more about that. All right? We'll end this one here. Here goes the deal. You got this, and we got you. I'm really curious about, in the next 24 hours, what you like, how you choose to bring your leadership into the mix. Experiment with it over the next 24 hours, and then come back and let us know. We'll continue the conversation from there. Take care. Hey, Niiamah here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and then go ahead and leave one of your insights from today's video in the comments below. If you're looking to take this deeper, you can go and watch another video, or you can go to niiamah.com/tribe to get exclusive invitation to our tribe member only events. I'll see you soon.